We bow before the patron saint of hey guys. Welcome to the stream, Steambirds. Whoops. Are folks having trouble picking the duster? 'Cause I'm not. So this is our new plane class, the duster. Look at that. Look at that sharky shark. Sharkaroni. Whoa, does he kind of like, oh look at that, the light catches his eye, interestingly. That's really interesting. Yeah, and you unlock it by doing, getting level 20 on the rapier and on the walker. The classic begging a dev for something. So the main thing about the duster is this dust trail. It leaves this trail of bullets. So the interesting thing that the interesting feature that we've added to make this possible is we've added guns to engines. So that's this engine. And this engine is locked to this class. So these engines will drop. You'll get we have tiers 0 through 10 of this dust trail engine, and only the duster can use this type of engine. So this is our first class locked engine. So yeah, pretty weird. So basically, the way that the semantics of this work is that the gun of the engine fires when you're super speeding. So you're super speeding to get around in the Nexus, but this is here I'll hop into the thing. Wait. That's how we say we're going through it. So you see, I'm not dropping poops. I'm dropping poops. Poop time. So that's cool. So now in other putting guns on things that they shouldn't be on, the duster also has a gun on its armor. Now how weird is that? When does that show up, you may ask? Well, it shows up when I do the 180. So it still has a 180, but it also fires a bullet. Ooh, that's got the wrong sound effect. So yeah, so this also is a class-locked armor. So you'll see these little skull and crossbones things show up, and you won't be able to use them unless you are a duster, or trade them with a duster. And you can see that the duster has a sniper. That's just what we're picking. So here's something interesting that happened here. An engine dropped, and this one doesn't have the dust trail. See? So it's just a regular engine. So I can use those too. But I actually kind of want my dust trail. So I'm going to switch back to that. So yeah, that's the main deal with the duster. There's probably something I'm forgetting, which somebody will remind me as soon as I start the call. But that's that. We spent some time making the trails cooler as you level up the trail, so I'm really looking forward to seeing folks getting a higher tier dust trail item. Shit. Oh, thanks. Thanks. Alright, Dai has provided me with the item that I can use. Here's what it looks like. It's basically the same thing, but the bullets are longer. See how Danks are smaller than mine? So in trade, I will drop him a engine that he can use. Yep, there's a class. Nice, thank you. Here's a class locked armor. So that just does that. I think we're going to add some more interest to these because I think that these are actually not that interesting when they level up. Ah! So yeah, I like this fact that the Duster just kind of has bullets everywhere, and then of course, you know, it has the oh, shoot, I need to get some steam. Shoot. Actually quite difficult to hit things with that. There we go. Alright, so it has a standard damage boost cloud, which leaves double bullets! Yeah! You can hear how the fire rate changes when I do that. Alright, I'm going to start the call in a sec, and I just wanted to highlight the fact that we have these beautiful ass icons for the quick chat. Which Brent added recently, which are lovely. Ooh, sprinkles, okay. Oh, I love that gun, that's beautiful. Okay, I'm not gonna defeat sprinkles, especially when I'm starting the call. Alright, hold up. Y'all ready for this?
Yep. What you're referring to?
Hey guys.
Hello?
Oh, are you here now?
Oh, were you guys in the call this whole time without me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Oh, no problem. Figured.
Yeah, I was explaining important shit and getting some sweet freebies from everybody who found them.
Oh, got it.
I was like, I'm gonna have to kill a bunch of units to get like to upgrade my trail and stuff, but then other people found them and gave them to me.
Oh.
So thanks, guys.
Kindness. We have a kind community.
I want like
Very
in-game charity drives for underprivileged airplanes.
I could totally see that. Oof. So I could totally see that there's sort of, you know, because they're so rare that it's going to make the Duster a little bit of the slower class to level up.
Because what's so rare?
The Duster specific items.
Oh, I see. Yeah, we have to be careful about that.
Yeah. Yeah, we might want to limit the number of class specific items for that reason so that it's not too crazy. But man, I love this so much. I like this bullet fiend thing where just like everything it does shoots bullets.
I like how it's actually really good at cleaning up sort of the little minions.
Mm-hmm.
The little fast minions that sort of cycle around. It's like, oh wow, look, they just run into my bullets. You can kind of corral them.
Yeah, exactly. And the 180 does a ton of damage. It might be OP, in fact. What's up, Alex?
Did you make up the term bullet fiend? Like a creature that lives on the 9th circle of bullet health?
That sounds cool. I would also accept the mayor of Bullet Town. Ooh, I got a tier 3 dust trail.
Next.
Oh, look at that. Whoa. That's a cool bullet effect. It's a little dim, though.
Is that like glow on it, maybe? Looks like glow.
Do you see them? They're just like solid blue. They don't have any white in them.
Oh, I think you may have gotten something new. So, oh, there. Now I'm catching up. I'm slightly behind you on the stream. Nice, nice. There are some pretty bullets in this game.
Yeah, there are. I think we need an even subtler sound for it, though. The machine gun is nice, but it should be even quieter, I think.
Yeah, I'm imagining almost like it, like, you know, something softer.
Yeah, totally. It's nice when I hear somebody else do it.
I could make sound effects for it if you want me to. I could like just whisper in your ear whenever you're using it.
Yes.
That's my dream for this game for the whole time, for the whole development cycle. So tell me about how come the Duster has sniper and shotgun.
I thought it would be nice to have a choice, and those are very distinct weapons. So, and I wanted something that was like because it has so many bullets all the time. I wanted something that was slower. I could see reducing it to just the sniper, but I don't know. Open to iteration on that one. I was also feeling a lot of stuff had lasers at this point.
Yeah, totally. Overused.
I could actually see that being a pattern in the long run of like giving classes 2 gun type choices instead of 1, especially as we increase the number of classes. That allows us to introduce more unique types without risking planes going forever not finding a gun. I mean, it depends on just how sort of carefully the class is designed for a specific bullet type.
Right, yeah, like we want to have a few classes where it's like, no, this class is only lasers.
Right. Like any other gun type would break it. It's hard to imagine.
Right.
Oh no, we have an idea for that.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about our ideas. Our ideas, let me show you them. Yeah, how OP is this? I guess we're hanging out with some high-level guys. So they're just killing everything for us. It's also very easy to follow.
OP follow how so?
Because I leave like this huge stonking trail.
Right. Easy to see where you're going.
Yeah. I didn't mean to cut you off. You were saying you don't know how OP it is.
Yeah, I'm actually super curious about the balance. Like, it could easily be like the trail is too powerful, the trail is too weak. I mean, this is something that we really need people's feedback on.
I'm getting the sense that the 180 is the OP thing. It's hard to hit with it. Go on.
Yeah, the 180 is very, very strong. My hope was that it's very, very strong, but it has a super short distance, and you have to get really, really close to use it. But maybe that's not true.
It has a long lifetime, so that you can kind of lead enemies with it. Let's see how it fares against Gargantua here.
I love when this game becomes a cover shooter, like when there's just one conveniently placed wall near Gargantua or something. It's really good. Kind of, maybe we should make a class that's built for cover shooting, right? That like has bullets that specifically go around walls. And I guess that might be completely broken, now that I think about it.
Right. No, that would be cool. My one concern is that we have a lot of units that already kind of encourage a poking type strategy. I know that you're saying that wall cover shooting is different than poking, but they're similar. Maybe it's a problem.
You're probably right. Better to get in more aggressive classes at this point.
Oh god.
So I don't know if folks can see it, but the duster, if you look close, it actually looks like a shark. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I mean, paint job on the nose.
Yeah, it's got the classic sort of like shark jaws.
If you look at the eyes as you turn, you'll see that they seem to blink or wink.
Oh. Totally intentional.
Oh. I'm watching the stream, and it looks like Ryan is getting hurt.
I'll tell you from the future that I pull it out.
That is so weird.
Spoiler warning.
Yeah, I kind of have to like pause the stream so I'm not living in two distinct time zones.
Yeah, totally. Thanks for paying attention to the stream, because I don't have time for that.
Yeah, I'm just giving out keys on the stream, so if people want keys, give a yell, say you want keys, and I'll pick someone at random and message them a key.
Nice.
By random, Dank means if your name is awesome. Always plays favorites.
No, if I was a real designer, what I'd have is I'd type everyone into a spreadsheet. Press the calculate key there, recalc, boom, random function returns who it is. And then there might be some bias in the algorithm. That's when I hook up some sort of stochastic method, some sort of generator.
Hey. Tell us how you really feel.
We want keys now, so maybe I'll give them a key.
I'm so bad at estimating maximum damage output. I'll be fighting some enemies and I'm like, yep, these things take a third to half my health, and then it's I guess because it's a constant stream of bullets, just one of them happens to hit me for twice as long as another, and I'm dead.
Which enemy killed you this time?
It's the one that shoots the solid lasers in the Crypt of Cthulhu.
Okay.
They were right in the entrance. You know which ones I mean?
The most basic enemy?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I had been fighting them for a little bit, and I felt comfortable with them, and I was wrong.
The same thing just happened to me.
Oh really? Oh man.
I stole my pencil too.
Yeah, they're. I mean, that's kind of their purpose, right? They're very. If you stop paying attention for 2 seconds, you're done for.
I don't think it's just that. I think it may be that in some sense their damage is quite variable in a way that you don't have full control over, because it has to do with the angle at which they shoot you.
What do you mean?
If they shoot you kind of at the angle that you happen to be flying, then you're going to fly through multiple bullets. Maybe it's something like that. Whereas if they shoot you more perpendicular to your flying angle, you're only going to take one hit, and so it's going to feel low damage.
I would think that the fire rate, because they basically fire a bunch of bullets in that space. I think
Right.
that would hit you the same, regardless of whether you're moving or not.
Oh really? I thought yeah, it depends on how fast the bullets move.
Yeah, I mean, it could just be a balance thing there that needs to be tweaked.
Now I want to play with them more.
Yeah. Too bad you bailed out of that crypt. But that seems like something you could check in the data too, right? How much damage is it very variable from that?
Yeah, we
unit?
now have data on that. We don't. Yeah, actually, you're absolutely right. We could check like when you get hit, how much damage is done to you within a half-second period or something like that.
Right.
And what's the variance on that? I love that question.
Cool. And just so we don't forget about it, last week we said we were going to look into the damage of the poison blast, the acid blast cloud.
Oh yeah, that's in our cello list.
Oh, cool. Okay.
It's I don't have it like top priority. Let me know if you think it's super high pri.
It's getting a little more high pri because we should finish the hog because the hog sucks right now.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll boost it up a little bit.
Okay. Coolio. I guess we don't. No, sorry, go ahead.
Another big change is Ray did a whole pass through some of the elemental weapons. Well, he did a pass through. Early on, we had like a lot of lightning weapons, sort of tier 5 through tier 8. And those are mostly gone. We've removed a lot of the elemental stuff going on there. It was a little confusing to people. There was some weird like gaps in sort of the power range, like, oh, you could have a T6 weapon that was actually more effective than a much higher tier weapon. So it was a little awkward trying to explain to people like, oh, what do you use when? And so we've sort of cleared that out, simplified the earlier tiers, which are really training tiers. That's sort of your 30 minutes to 1 hour to 2 hours of getting up to level 20, and then at that point, that's where the kind of the real game begins, where you're sort of playing as a level 20 plane, and everything's sort of even at that point. Like there's not a lot of power creep beyond that point. So then the next thing that we did is we started taking some of those the weapons that are available to the level 20 planes and giving them a wider spread of elemental damage. So it wasn't just water and it wasn't just lightning. You're starting to see some of the other elemental types come in there. They aren't as strong. There's actually a set of weapons we call the pure elementals that do pure elemental damage that you get from certain specific bosses. And the elemental weapons you'll find at level 20, like tier 9 through tier 10, are not as strong as those pure elemental. Not as elementally strong, I guess you'd say. So there's still a golden path through this whole game, but there's more points of entry into that.
Nice.
That was probably not a very clear explanation, but
no. Do you want to? It made sense to me, but do you want to like maybe back up and say like what the purpose of the elemental system is and how it plays everything?
Right. Yeah, so the elemental system is it's an end game system, and the idea is for high-level players, often they're trying to like move through the content as quick as possible. There's I don't know if speed running is the right term, but there's definitely an efficiency element to playing this game well at the high levels. Like, how do I farm certain things quickly? How do I I'm searching for this particular upgrade. How do I get to that in a fast manner? And so to facilitate that, we wanted to build sort of an optimization path onto that, where you could find a boss that gets a drop that you really want, and you want to get like 3 or 4 of those. Well, it would be really optimal for you to get the weapon that does a lot of damage against that boss. So if you go back to things like Mega Man, where it's like, oh, this boss is weak to this weapon, or has a weakness to this style of weapon, that's sort of what we're going for.
Gotcha.
So we're trying to make it so that, like, okay, here's the boss, anyone can fight him, anyone can beat them, but if you really want to optimize and do it fast and well, then you might want to equip up by fighting a different boss and getting an item from them, so you can fight this other boss that you're interested in.
Gotcha. So it's kind of now. Do you think that the folks are going to be? Ooh, I just got a sweet ass armor, but now I don't have my gun. Oops. Do you think folks are going to want? Shit, I forgot my train of thought. Carrying multiple items so you can switch them.
Right. Yeah, that is an issue. So in general, because this is an end game thing, I'm trying to make it so that the bosses are either their event bosses, so the big elemental bosses are either event bosses, so you can go back to the rebel city, switch out, come back, and it's not a big deal. And those combats tend to take a while, so you have time to do that. For the dungeons, I think we need a solution to that so that people aren't feeling the need to carry like 5 weapons around at all times. It's like, I don't know which dungeon's going to drop, and you have to carry 5 weapons to prepare for that. I think that's a bad pattern. So we've got some ideas for that. So we'll see what we can do there.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, we don't have a No Man's Sky type situation on our hands here.
Inventory Tetris?
Yeah, inventory Tetris where you have a lot of things that consume unnecessary space in your inventory too.
Alright.
Brutal. Yeah,
People are posting graphics on the stream of them with like puppy dog eyes. It's it kind of gets to me.
Definitely feeling like the shotgun is mad OP. The turnaround gun. Because I'm like one-shotting vampires and shit with it. Maybe 2-shotting. Like I shouldn't be able to hang where I'm hanging. Because like most of my other guns don't do that much. I guess it's actually not too bad. It's only slightly OP. I've bound chat as a mouse horizontal. How do I unbind? You can't just reassign it? Okay, once I'm sort of safe, I will try to chat that. Gotta kill this vamp. I do quite like how it feels like I'm getting up close and then doing a ton of damage and getting away.
Yeah, that moment is what we want to preserve, that sort of, aha, I feel clever because I got really close and then ran away. Woohoo! You know? Which is a very silly moment, but it feels good. So.
Yeah. It feels kind of like we're like sticking the gun in there, because like you could do that if you had a shotgun. Right, you could just manually trigger the 180 and also the shotgun simultaneously, right? So, like, the main benefit of this is that now you also have a shotgun in addition to your sniper.
That's true. That's true. So maybe we should just get rid of the shotgun because the wave attack is enough.
That's good reasoning.
The rainbow is enough. Ooh, it's really good on the tuna. The
wasabi.
You should try it.
So good on the tuna.
What other new things do we have? You talked about a lot, probably, Ryan. Like, we have the new emotes. Did you mention those?
Mention the emotes.
Nice. Nice.
Nice. Down chat is mouse horizontal. Problem is fixed. what is interesting about the Duster is that more so than other classes, like you have to be in the fight to do damage, which I guess is why it has the sniper. So that adds the versatility.
Do you just not have sniper equipped right now?
No, I do. It just doesn't do as much damage as the other guns.
I see. That's cool.
Yeah.
How are you finding the trail?
Good. I mean, I definitely miss with like 99% of the bullets. What does everybody else
Free.
think? Yeah, they're free. Exactly. Except for that noise.
I don't know. It's the sort of thing where, like, I wonder if I maybe nerfed them a little too much. Like, maybe they need to be stronger.
What if you just came out in like a short burst?
We tried that at first, actually, and it was even harder to work with.
Yeah,
Remember
like
that?
often you maneuver to get into position,
Mm-hmm.
and then you end up wasting your burst. So
Right. Because you want to boost to the place you want to go to.
Yeah.
what do folks think of the cloud, the damage cloud?
It's the same.
I guess how does it work on this particular enemy?
It's okay. It definitely works because it makes the trail longer. Not longer, more powerful. Like it doesn't. I don't think it makes the trail harder to use by spacing out the bullets more. So I think that playing with the rate of fire of the trail is something that is pretty safe.
Heal me, says Brent, and all the Dusters salute him.
What does everybody else think about these questions of Danks?
I was mentioning earlier, I'm not too into how I made the chat icons, or the quick chat icons. They don't seem that effective to me, so I was wondering if anyone else has any other ideas of what we could do with them. I mean, the greeting one's okay, but the heal one just, I don't know. It's more noise than helpful to me right now.
Noise when other people do it, or when you do it?
Just in general, the look of it.
Oh, I see.
Like, it doesn't look like there's any. It doesn't look like I'm calling for help.
Oh, I see. It's kind of more like, oh, hey, there's a heal here. It's like a heal item itself.
Yeah.
I wonder if we could do something that's more, I don't know, like pop culture-y, like like a bubble over it. It's like help, that type of bubble.
Yeah, in a way, the text itself worked a little bit better because there was obvious urgency to it. So yeah, maybe some combination of text and with an icon next to it or something.
Yeah.
Is there a disease, by the way, like when someone says certain words, you want to start singing 80s songs? I'm just curious because it happens to me on a regular basis.
Yeah, pretty nice.
It's urgency.
I have many friends who have that disease.
Nice.
It's contagious too.
I mean, the something we haven't experienced. There's a whole bunch of language from comics we might be able to steal. Like, if you're really upset in a comic, you use like some sort of like jaggy bubble or something. And I don't know if those will read well as you're moving and going by, but it might be interesting.
Yeah.
play
Sounds like
play
a
with.
handful to explore.
Because
maybe-
anytime we can. Oh yeah, go for it. Mark.
Oh, I was gonna say maybe a red cross with a special.
Could be pulsing, maybe.
Yeah. There's a few flavors we could try, but yeah, I do like Dank's idea of trying to come up with some kind of iconic symbology to represent it.
Yeah. Anytime we can tie into another language that's already established, it's always good.
Yep.
Do you speak comic? Comic Sans doesn't count.
I'm really curious what that looks like in there.
So I made a change to the wave, which actually may be part of why it's OP. I actually gave it a little more speed, so you can be a little further away, so it's closer to a shotgun now. So I can actually I could reduce that.
Okay.
I do love the trail, and what are the enemies that the whale shark dumps out?
The remoras.
The remors. The remors just die instantly on my trail.
Yeah.
Super cool. Oh, this is something that is one of those like relatively minor things, but kind of makes all the difference in the world. So if you look at a weapon, you'll see that it has a prime gun mount and an auxiliary gun mount, which is a little confusing at first. So unlike a lot of games, our weapons are actually these complex things. They're not just one type of bullet that fires out at a single rate. It's you've got different numbers of bullets, you've got different speeds of bullets. You can actually have these things called gun mounts that are essentially multiple guns per weapon. So for example, I have a rifled shotgun right now that fires one primary bullet and then two spreads of bullets off to the side. And one of the problems there was that okay, people would say, here's this one dump number that is damage, and that's everything about the gun, but it doesn't really capture everything about the gun.
Mm-hmm.
And so people are like, this is more powerful than this one, and there was actually a bunch of hidden data about that weapon that was like, no, on balance it's actually about the same, but because we're not giving you the whole picture, you can't tell that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were to roll over some of your like multi-mount guns now, we list both mounts, so you can actually see like, oh, here's one gun mount and this is what it does. Here's a second gun mount, and it actually has a big, powerful, 34-point bullet, damage bullet on it as well. So hopefully that will give people a little more information and make what the items do a little clearer.
That sounds great. Yeah, I've been looking through these. You can see, I was showed off the dust trail that I just picked up. My tier 4 dust trail is the first dust trail that has two mounts, and it's really obvious, right? Like it has square bullets and circular bullets. It's driving me crazy that the sound is all wrong though. Sorry guys, I gotta fix that. And the snipers are like that, and like every sniper has 3 mounts. I guess this one only has 2. Did it interchange that? I think it shows only the first 2. If there's 3, it doesn't show the third.
What happens is most of our guns are built so there's duplicates of mounts. Like there might be a left side mount, right side mount, and when we do that, we'll go and we'll combine those into one entry, and we'll have a × 2 next to it, so there's 2 of those mounts.
Don't think we do that now.
No, it actually it works.
Oh really? Which guns have that?
I have. If you look at the rifled shotgun, for example, it does that.
I don't have that.
It's very clever.
Says the guy who created it.
I mostly just wave my hands and hope to God that someone will make something interesting out of it.
That's how coding works, I think.
Please, compiler, turn this code into something that works.
Oh wow, I got a tier 5. Hot shit. Ooh, and the sound is fixed. Nice. Oh no, it's right for one of the mounts but not for the other. That sounds almost as bad.
Ryan Soulshift has asked the question, but I don't know what the question is.
Oh, did I type that? Sorry, I think I was typing that, but then I got distracted. Yeah, the question is like, in the stats, there's like this armor stat. So how do you boost that? Well, you pick up armor. It's just right there.
Yep.
And yes, I guess theoretically some other units, other items could provide armor, but those would be untiered or
I
something.
think there's an untiered weapon that provides armor. There's also armor upgrades that you can get. I don't know if we're actively dropping those. If we are, they're probably in the final boss. Meowza. Meowza is the final boss.
Yeah, okay, they're asking about the permanent upgrades, which, yeah, those drop. Really, were you saying that only Meowza drops the armor? 'Cause that's pretty crazy.
I think so. Yeah, so armor ends up being one of the more powerful upgrades that you can get because it makes you very squishy. It reduces you from being squishy. You can basically tank a whole bunch of bullets.
Mm-hmm.
Which ends up meaning that avoiding bullets is less important, which kind of turns you into just blasting through things, tanking bullets, which, in my opinion, makes the game a little less interesting. So I wanted to make that one a bit rare.
Right.
So that people couldn't upgrade it super, super fast.
Right. So that brings up an interesting topic, which is that in your conception, Meowza is actually not the final boss that people will beat, right? Like, people will kill Meowza to get items to make them more powerful to defeat something that's even stronger than Meowza. Is that right?
Well, it ends up being kind of circular, right? It depends on, you're upgrading your pilot. What are you focusing on a particular time? You can sort of think of it as killing Meowza helps you get better weapons and stuff that lets you work on something that you're not very far along on upgrading. So, maybe I'm working on fire upgrades. Well, it would really, really help to have those defense upgrades right now, so I can survive that area. It would probably also help to have fire armor upgrades if I'm in that particular area. So there's a couple plot spots that you can hunt within to get upgrades that will help you on an area that you're focusing on.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of those circular systems, right? So, but some of the enemies may actually be more difficult than Meowza. Some of the big boss, some of the event bosses.
Right. That's kind of what I was. Yeah. Okay. Well, folks are saying in the chat that they want it earlier, so take that for what you will. Has anybody even defeated Meowza? I think that is our hardest unit right now. Sorry, I cut you off. You were saying something.
Oh, no, go for it. Go for it.
No, I finished my
don't know
piece.
I was typing keys out for somebody, so.
Man, we're all doing like 2 things at once.
Multitaskers. Stressing our poor primate brains.
Yeah. Ooh, got an upgrade. Folks want to run a crypt? Or do you want to take out a race leader? Ooh, let's take out the race leader because there's some changes to that. Oop, did they teleport to me? Oops. No, I'm doing this now. F you. Wow. Somebody kicked its butt right away. Whoa, the new spawning animation is cool, Pat. Nice job.
What's it look like?
Some sort of cubes? Yeah, they look like they're rezzing out of...
Yeah, cubes.
Just add cubes to please us. No, it's fucking cool because they look like they're coming out of the sky, kind of. Oh, that's rad as hell. Great job. Not sure about the theme. It feels kind of like a... Whoa, nice gun. It's kind of like, oh, you're in a computer? Okay. Very Saints Row the Third.
May we be as hip as that one day.
Guys, did I survive that? Wow. Thank you.
Ooh, thanks.
I'm getting a little key crazy here, giving out keys left and right.
Left and right? Those are 2 different things.
I know. That's like 2 keys right there.
Hey, what do you guys think about a thanks quick chat? I've been using the greeting one as a thanks, but maybe thanks makes more sense than we.
I think the salute kind of fits nicely into multiple scenarios.
Totally.
I just read a great article on the WoW emote in Hearthstone, which was glowing. I will send it to you guys. Maybe we want WoW.
Drop from that. Is it doing enough damage to get the drop?
Yeah,
I went overboard and just gave out 3 keys.
Well,
Dag, we'll never have it. We won't have any more. We're gonna run out.
I know. I actually ran out of keys, and then Ryan, being the kind soul that he is, gave me more keys. I was like, Ryan, we have no keys. And he's like, let me reach into my magic bag. Boom, keys. Let me reach into my magic bag and pull out lots of Steam keys.
Is that something? Or is that just you?
No. I actually, if Brent was on his ukulele, we could sing that.
We need to plan
Dream.
music numbers for our streams.
What's for the game? Maybe when you beat Yaza, he plays the ukulele number for you.
Yeah, I'll sing for you. I'll sing for you live.
Oh, like it could be like a KK slider type situation.
Yeah. Oh, we sort of have that in Panda Poet, didn't we? You beat it,
Yes.
you got from YouTube video.
Yeah.
the Panda Poet song. really good.
I'm gonna post that in chat for everybody.
No,
That's the one. That's the one.
Who made that? Because that's been around for a while, right?
Yeah, that was for Panda Poet. It
David's
was.
brother-in-law?
Yes, David's brother-in-law. Exactly. But you could imagine a cat with a ukulele, you know, the bodies of his fallen foe all around him.
Beautiful.
So you didn't think we were making a cute game, but we are.
I really love the idea of sort of combining something cute with the Red Wedding from Game of Thrones. Like, I really like that mix.
That sounds like an amazing pitch document right there. Oops. You know what I kind of want, Tank, is the shotgun on the Duster to shoot the other way.
Oh, like a backwards shot?
Yes, maybe a 360. Because, like, actually, about half the time I want to turn around and shoot something that's behind me. Because I've trolled it. It's following me, so I want to turn around and issue the coup de grace.
Ah, I see. I see. That's fun.
Yeah, it's not feeling like the primary use case, but I want it.
I have found, like, the trails, if you can get them to follow you, then they shoot through the trails and kill themselves, which is kind of fun.
Yeah, it's very variable the amount of damage you do this. Like if you crosswise it, they take no damage, but if you get it so they follow it, it's just game over. Game over, man.
Yeah, like I've got a whale hunting technique that I like, which is basically like run up to them, do the wave attack, and then run directly away. And if you do it right, then you can actually get them to follow you. It doesn't work in groups so much, but
Yeah. The Tower of Ra, I'm trying to just killing it by just driving over all the guys.
that probably doesn't work as well. Like, it doesn't seem to work super well with stationary enemies.
Yep, it's very slow. Oop, and I'm taking damage. Taking the heat.
Yeah. But like the carrier here is great because I can just sort of like go in a circle and it kind of takes constant damage and then it dies.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel like the trail is sort of the anti poison cloud.
It is, yeah, great analogy, right? Because the poison cloud is perfect for stationary enemies, and this is perfect for hunting enemies. Yeah, now I've got a tier 5 gun, trail gun. I'm doing a ton of good work here. Just wrecking dudes. Severe wreckage. Ooh, there's Dr. Notra. Folks want to help me take him out? Is anybody even here? Oh yeah, there's a bunch.
Did we lose a bunch of people?
No, I just needed to look on the correct part of the screen.
I think I have enough weapons to take out a Notra. Oh wow. Yeah. I finally saw the teleport in animation. I love it.
Yeah, isn't that cool? Nice job, Pat.
How does it? I don't see all minions that are spawning having that in.
No, you have to set it up specifically. So I think only the race leaders minions and actually Dr. Notra's have it. So if you look at those guys, you'll see in their configs that they have it configured. Whoa!
Oh, that hurt. That hurt. I'm a level 6. Should I be fighting this guy? I guess I should be.
He's tier 6, I thought?
Is he tier 6?
I thought so.
Maybe I shouldn't be fighting this guy. But oh well.
The Duster is not bad because when he chases you, and the minions all chase you, it's all chasing.
Yeah. It's actually, it's well...
Oh, that was great. I fucking dropped the shotgun on him right as he started to chase me, so the 180 was perfect. This is like the Notre Killer, man. If I was higher level...
Notre Killer! Ooh, that's what I want. Oh, never mind. Oh, that hurt. Yeah, boys. Oh yeah, eat it, eat it. I'm laying dots for the Pac-Man.
Yeah, right. You're the ghost. I know the ghosts don't actually lay the dots, but there's some idea that there's an architect in Pac-Man who set up that whole effed up scenario.
Maybe that's multiplayer Pac-Man. There's the dot layers who are playing like a painting game, trying to cover as much territory as possible. There's Pac-Man, who's trying to eat all the dots, and then there's the ghosts who are trying to eat Pac-Man.
I can see a dot coming later today.
Oh, the minions just eat it. Oh no, and then I went too close.
Okay, this is a really fucked up idea. What do you think about something that drops a trail, but it's healed blobs instead of bullets?
We could try that. We tried a little something like that when we first started prototyping. It never got it to work, but maybe our persistence wasn't long enough. Maybe we needed it longer, so people could sort of find the trail and eat them.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe that's not such a great idea because it affects other players. What about a trail that affirmatively aggroes enemies?
Affirmatively aggroes enemies.
Like a decoy, essentially, where they want to go after that more than anything else.
Yeah, I think that's good for the chasing enemies. It wouldn't do anything for the pattern enemies, obviously.
Right.
That says, I see the armor guns have reload delay, but maneuver costs 8 steam regardless of if the gun fires or not.
Yeah, that
is correct.
But is it what we want?
I don't know. So I made it so I didn't want to take away maneuver from you. So that was sort of the balance there. I didn't want to take away your 180, which is sort of oh, I need this right now. Oh, it's on a cooldown. Sorry, you can't use it.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did is I allowed, we don't have the ability to do it together, but if we did, I was maybe it's still good to have them separate. Totally open to opinions on that one.
I think the main thing is just we want a signal when you're ready to fire again with the gun, because that's currently not anywhere.
So something folks may want to try out. This is a pretty major change, and I don't know if anyone will notice it. So before we had this damage stat, and the damage stat was oh, this is sort of the calculated DPS of your guns. And it ended up being kind of confusing. People are like, oh, the calculated DPS, but I don't do that amount of damage. I do this other amount of damage because it sort of depends on whether you're hitting all your shots or whether you're facing the right direction or whether you're within range. You know, there's a whole bunch of factors where a single sort of DPS number really doesn't capture what's going on. So we said, okay, so that damage stat, it's mostly wrong and it's kind of a stupid idea. In something like a D&D system, you have this idea of strength. And strength, strength always stays the same, and then you equip a different weapon, and then your weapon's final damage is sort of your weapon damage modified by your strength. So we were like, what if instead of a DPS rating, damage was more like a strength stat? So that's what it is right now. Like you'll notice if you equip different weapons, damage does not change. What damage is it's a base level stat that basically multiplies how much damage you're doing in the end. So you take the weapon damage and then you take your damage stat, and you combine them together to get the final result.
Interesting.
That's cool, but actually, is that
not what's happening?
Okay, there's two bugs I can see. First of all, my damage is 161. I don't have another gun to switch to, so maybe I'll try that and see if that's right. Because 161 seems like that's a it should be like 1.6, right?
I think what's happening is there's 2 decimal places being moved.
Oh, but why? 161%?
Yeah, I think that's what's going on right now. But
okay, yeah. I mean, that's like a stylistic thing. I personally would understand it better if it was 1.61. But totally fine with it this way.
Yep.
The other thing is that you can tell how often we look at the HUD by the fact that it doesn't actually say damage there. It just says Dama.
Oh, mine says damage. What does yours say?
Dama.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Damn.
weird.
Does anybody else? Which one has everybody else got?
I see damage.
Do I just have the wrong one?
Maybe your scaling thing is not working. Or
Are you at a weird scale on your window? I don't actually know how to change that resizes. So
It shouldn't change the layout though.
but it seems that we programmed the layout.
I can get Dama if I. Oh, weird.
I just froze when I
that's
looked
super
at
weird. If I shrink my window small enough, I can get Dama sometimes.
Okay. Well, that explains how that slipped through the cracks.
That's weird. Apparently the text is not resizing evenly. Because why would you ever want text that resizes evenly?
I know, right? It's like Unity.
One of those crazy requirements.
I'm writing this down. 'Cause Lord knows the only way you can fix a bug is by writing it down. And if you're like me, writing it down badly, that's the best way.
My notes are things like, bullet needs help. It's like, what did I mean by that?
There's that bug where somebody's name isn't showing up. Oop, and then they disappeared. Oh. Wow, thanks for the tier 10 item. Whoever you are.
I will give out one last set of Steam keys here.
The bug I just typed in is Dama sometimes showing up, like it's like an uninvited guest instead of a bug in the HUD.
Nice.
Can people tell Dama to leave?
Damn, come, you drink all our alcohol. Don't understand a word you're saying.
I'd love if we created an enemy called Dama.
I don't know if anyone has figured out that what Natra stands for.
Nobody said anything. Until now. It is so good to kill like 5 dudes with this shotgun. It's so OP. This gun sound is driving me slowly insane. I need a tier 7 or greater. Yeah, Dank, we were talking a bit about before about having the items in the bullets in the trail move a bit. And after having played with one of these things where they move, I gotta say it doesn't seem like it changes it that much. It could be just because
doesn't make it more visually noisy. That was my main thing.
Oh, it totally does. Sorry, yeah, it makes it visually noisy. So maybe that's... I should avoid that. It's great at killing the squids. Wait, let's draw hearts. I'm gonna draw a heart. Oop, is that a heart? It's not a heart. Oh god. Oh god. Nope, I can't draw a heart. Got any guns for old Uncle Ray Ray? Wow.
Wow.
I got an engine. I'll give you my armor because I'm not using it.
It feels like that could have been a line on a role-playing server.
Somebody just dropped some tier 10 armor.
I'm paying it forward. Somebody mysteriously dropped it for me. Ooh, is somebody playing Duster that wants a tier 4 armor?
Oh, I'll take that.
Yeah?
Let's see.
Just hanging
If they're
around.
there, yes. I can figure out where you are. I'll come get it.
I've also got a tier 3 if Brent wants that. Oh, he's got a tier 5 already.
I got a
Alright.
5, yeah.
Nice. I really like... Oh, there. Even though it's visually noisy, I like the fact that I can see that it's a tier 5 because of the round bullets.
Thank you, Ryan.
You are welcome. Lay waste wherever you go.
Man, this 5 trail is powerful. I'm not even shooting anymore.
Yeah, did I make it OP?
It might be.
Would it make sense to make it so that the Duster can't shoot while boosting?
It does make sense. What does that add, though?
It doesn't add, it's actually more of a balancing thing, because, I mean, technically it's getting twice the amount of firepower as anybody else, right?
Right. Actually, 3 times if you count the shotgun.
Yeah. Seems like, at least until we decide that that's okay for all the other units to do also, we should probably just keep it sort of at a one at a time type of
Like I hope you brought enough to share, Billy.
yeah. But like, what's cool about that though is that even if you don't have a good primary gun, you could still have a good secondary attack, right?
Yeah, totally. That's actually where I am now because I'm still in a tier 3 sniper. Yeah, so like the question for me is like whether this guy is sort of intended to be Gunzerker, like where like it's just guns sprouting from everything, or is it more like very versatile, but the guns help the bet? I can see it going either way. Ooh, I got tier 5 duster armor. If anybody wants that. Don't know if you got that, Brent.
Yep.
You do got it? Damn, this guy's got everything. 5 across the board. We should make a note. There's some bug that's causing bullets to hang around for a while. I don't know what the deal is there. They're just not killing themselves.
You know that we had 27 people watching the stream?
Wow. How many of them did you give keys to?
100. Using my key hose 3000.
It's a new gun for a new class.
Shoot people. We don't have PvP. We have PV key.
But the fun part is those people can't leave reviews.
That's true. They can't leave reviews. It is a nice feeling though. Like someone goes and gets a key, and then they show up in the game, and it's like, hi. You know, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I just got one of those just now. I'm not using the damage boost very much on this class, I gotta say.
Yeah.
I want to save my steam for my maneuver.
Yeah. Yeah, maneuver is so powerful.
Yeah, I think that says more that the maneuver is too powerful than that the steam is, the cloud is unpowerful.
Well, it kind of sets up a bit of selfishness, right? You know, it's like, wait, I could do something cool for myself, or I could help other people.
Right. Well, and the cloud is so expensive relative to the maneuver.
Right.
So maybe if the maneuver was very expensive, that would resolve this problem.
That's true.
Explosion. Did we change the fall off distance for the explosion sound effect?
I didn't.
It sounds really muffled to me. Maybe we need to increase the distance.
Oh, maybe. Do you know that last week I reduced the volume by half everywhere,
The
right?
volume, yeah, but that wouldn't affect fall off distance.
That's true.
Just like, you know, even the explosions that are going off next to me just sound like... They don't sound
So-
like...
I've got an odd thing where I have flame bullets, or maybe flame particles. I think they're flame bullets that are traveling an infinite distance at a weird angle.
Yep, I see it too.
that too.
I just added a card for it. I'm gonna look into it.
Oh, cool. And I can't hit it either. It's sort of like a spirit quest for me to follow this bullet and see where it's going.
So there's like these floating pyramid platform things all over the map.
Yeah.
They look a lot like our Nexus, but it has the cat eye on it. So
Oh, interesting feedback on that.
So theming may feel off to you?
it feels like maybe I mean, like, well, I actually kind of wondered about the Nexus in the first place. I remember one time we talked about like going with like a Birds of Paradise theme, like really copy.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, because it's kind of got that weathered stone look, but it also looks like a hangar.
Yeah, and like the buildings in the Nexus definitely look like pyramids also.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point. Good point.
Yeah, if it didn't have the eye, you'd think it was bird designed.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I could change that one up to something else.
Nice.
We have no shortage of wall ideas.
Nice.
I do like the floating, some of the floating platforms. They seem a little like kind of repetitive on occasion, like the windmill one. Yeah. You know, one I would really like to see in like there's like giant trees, and like basically like the top breezy part would be the part that's like off the ground.
So you mean like just instead of having a boulder, it would just be one huge tree as a wall?
Yeah, like just like a tree with like basically the green part being the blocker.
I could do that for you, sir.
Yeah. We tried trees early on, and they looked a little weird. I don't know what the difference was, though.
Yeah, I think now that we're going with a floating idea, we could sort of have an implied trunk under it, so it might kind of work better. But yeah, might take some playing around with. But if Ray wants it, Ray should get it.
Love it.
I was just like, hey.
If you want it, Ray, come and get it. Any questions? Any last questions from the... Oh, wait, here's one in the chat. Can you give equipment to others? Yes. Yes, you can. Right now, we don't have a full trade interface in, but right now it's drop trading. Eventually, we'll have a full trade interface, so it will be more secure trade between players. So that is something that I don't feel too bad about saying is coming. Any other questions in the chat? If anyone has any questions in the chat, we'll take them. And I guess we've actually been streaming for a while now, so we could... Oh, here's another question. When will there be guilds? There will be guilds. We don't have an exact date on when there will be guilds. So that's still... It's on the list. We have to build it.
Yeah, certainly not in this alpha phase. We're focusing on other things.
Certainly not in this alpha, yeah.
Sorry, guild fans.
There's also a rapier question, which is, was it intended to reduce the bullets down to single damage when pressing forward? Yes, It was intended. Yeah, we wanted it there to be sort of a trade-off between like firing, heavy damage but going slowly and turning slowly, and going fast and doing less damage. So we really wanted that sort of like, you can sort of think of it as like, this isn't what's going on underneath the surface, but conceptually the idea was, you've got your engine, and like when you use your guns, your big powerful guns, it slows you down, and then when you are super speeding, you don't have enough power for your big powerful guns. That would be one heck of a system to model. We actually had that in Tyrion back in the day.
Nice. Yeah, I think that the rapier's single shot thing is what informed the question a little bit earlier about having the idea of having the Duster not be able to shoot its gun when it's super speeding. It's a pretty similar idea.
Yeah. You don't get to have your cake and eat it.
Guys, let's make a cake class. Stat.
I would like that. I would totally like that.
It's a lie.
You don't get to have your kettle bone and gnaw on it.
That could be your decoy class right there. Invisible cake.
Oh, that's so funny, right?
All The cats go for it. I mean, I guess cats would probably go for meat cake only, right? That'd be there.
Yeah, or it could look like a ball of catnip or something, or a string.
Because they don't actually have the taste sensors for sweet, so no luck there.
Ooh, what about cheeseburger?
That could work. That could totally work.
That sounds amazing.
All ships with the cat tag on it start following you blindly and say, I can has.
All right. So I've given away a crap ton of keys this time. I think I gave away more keys than I've ever given away.
Wow. Need a keys given away stat.
I gave away 12 keys. It's a lot of keys.
Awesome. Well, so we'll wrap up the playtest part of the stream, and then Ray, are you going to do content stream?
Sure.
Nice. What are you going to make? Do you know? Ray?
We've lost him.
Do you know what you're going to work on?
Oh, yeah, I guess I'll just work on, I've been working on berry. I have like 4 bosses that I've been working on, which unfortunately didn't make it for the playtest, but yeah, I'm working on the Barrier Tower Master, which needs a much better name, but it's the puzzle boss where you gotta push the things forward.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's like a Zelda-type
And, like,
boss?
Yeah, and I came up with a pretty cool system where, like, there's these, like, hunters. Well, they're not hunters, but they're these, like, minions that basically fly straight. And what they do is they, like, fly straight inside of a circle, and then they turn around when they go outside of the circle and fly straight through the circle again. So I can have these minions that just kind of fly randomly in an area and just swarm in that area without actually really locking on anything too specifically. So just like imagine if you're in the boss range, like just a bunch of things flying straight in all directions.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Don't
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
Oh,
We should
yeah.
have a Canadian themed stream one day.
Canadian theme.
To go.
We can have Brent as the one true Canadian, and then everyone else can like do their horrible, racist Canadian accents.
Racist.
Or ketchup chips.
Brent can
Yes.
critique us and say like, "Oh, that was actually a Minnesota accent."
Now which is more popular? Are ketchup chips more popular, or are clam chips more popular, or are pickle chips more popular? Like that's my real question here.
Clam chips, I've never heard of that.
Oh, maybe that might be a Northeast thing.
We drink clam juice.
Yeah, Kamado.
Tomato, yeah. No, ketchup chips rules all. No, all dressed chips is pretty close.
What's that one?
All dressed. It's all the dresses.
Alright. It's like everything crackers. It's like all dressed.
Yeah,
Nice.
whatever dressing you can find in the fridge, make a chip out of it.
Like Italian and ranch and blue cheese. Doesn't sound so bad actually.
No, it sounds pretty good.
Yeah, well, alright.
All right, sounds like a good thing.
Thanks, guys. Had a great time today.
Take care.
Yep.
See ya.
Hey guys.